Cam, thanks for joining us today. It's awesome to have you here. You're an absolute success story inside the program, the Business Gym platform, and for PBA, Premier Business Academy. We really appreciate you and the way you've been sharing your success story so freely too with our coaching community. We wanted to share that story a little bit wider and inspire others who are maybe sitting on the fence or maybe that are being burnt by bad programs before, and just you've taken some serious action. And you've made no excuses, and you've just got stuck in, and your transformation is incredible. So do you want to tell us, like, when we had our first meeting together, you were doing like 16 hours a day. Tell us about the pain you were in when we first met.
Yeah. Being sort of a solo startup founder was very much in the grind of, got to put everything on myself and just got to work harder to get further. And if I'm not doing the extra hours or anything like that, I'm not making extra gains. And I think my mindset was just so sort of framed in this box. And then when we had that first chat, my mind was a bit all over the show. And you were able to just talk such like sense, where it was like some of these little things around like, I'm rushing out to take all these client meetings, and that's taking up a lot of energy and time. And it's like, well, why aren't you just doing things like Zoom, and why aren't you communicating through more voice notes and these sort of things as well? And it was like, these are small things, but like they add up to a huge amount of time each day.
Massive.
Then it was also around the sales pipeline sides of things. Like I kept saying to you in the call, like, I'm so product focused at the moment. I just want to get my product right.
Get it right. I remember that.
And I'm just working on it. And then you're like, but the sales. And I'm like, I don't know if I'll be able to sort of keep up with it until the product's right. And then we sat in on one of the golden hour calls. It was the first one I sat in on, and I was like, all right, I'm just gonna go out there and I'm gonna contact the people that I've thought about and just hit them up. And from that, pretty much so I made 8 calls, I think it was, over the course of an hour, just pretty short ones, just to set up meetings. And seven of them turned into what is now like proper leads or clients. And
it's
just that one call seriously doubled the revenue, because there was a couple in there that were just like huge hard hitters that were like, we'll book pretty much a whole year's sort of plan out with you over this time. Like, we're not in a rush and stuff. And I was like, okay, I didn't need to think about right now. I can fill that pipeline later on and just get people.
But they were already filling it for you.
And then that became kind of the easiest way to flex around it, being like, okay, let's just start these conversations and pretty much say, look, I am booked out for the next little while, but let's get you in the pipeline later. And
so you created some scarcity, right?
Yeah, and scarcity, demand, and also just time to foster a relationship where it's like also. There was a couple in there that after talking for a while, I was like, okay, they're actually, been talking for a while, but I realized they're probably not in the right space for what I'm actually offering. And so the ability to say no and look at prioritizing towards the clients and everything that will be worth the time and will see the success from what I'm bringing. And so that was a major transformation off that was, I remember sitting there in that first golden hour, just doing like, what have I got to lose? And then seeing everyone else picking up the phone, and I was like, all right. And that there just started catapulting me. And I got off the call that hour, and my brain, I was scratching it, being like, shit, have I been thinking this actually for this long? Like, have I been stuck in this mindset for this much time?
Isn't it crazy?
It was just like a slap me moment, eh?
But here's the lesson. Here's the lesson for you and everyone that's watching is you don't know what you don't know. And until you accept that, and you accepted it straight away, you just, on that first strategy meeting with us, you were like, I accept that. I don't know what I don't know. Give it to me. And so we started to, because this was you and this is me, this is everybody, right? That's everything we've learned. And then this space here is like, you don't know what you don't know. And so every day, all we're trying to do is just like, everything you want, all the success you want, the financial freedom, time freedom, more time with the family, all of that stuff, it's all in this space here. because you haven't got it yet. Everything you want's here. And the other thing I said to people was, and that you got this straight away, is comfort zone. You are sort of, even though you're in pain, it was still a comfort zone because it's what you knew. 16 hours a day, grind it out, just work harder, but just keep showing up doing the same stuff. But again, there's no growth in here. And so like these two models go together. If you get out of there out of the comfort zone, that's where all the growth is and all the things that you want. And in the last, 3-4 months you've been in the program, you've just got out of that comfort zone and just crushed it. Like you've completely turned everything around. Like the results you shared the other day were just mind blowing. I'm going to bring that post up in front of me so I can actually see it. But like the results were crazy. So just for everyone that's watching, Golden Hour is something that you can do in our program every day. It's basically an emotional support group for gold callers, right? And you just got, again, Cameron took action. You took action. So everyone that's watching, if you get in, do the first strategy meeting, take action immediately and keep taking action, you'll have these massive breakthroughs. And what you got, Cam, was luxury of choice. You could say no to the wrong type of customer. And you just got clearer and clearer, because that's what one of the things we discussed on that first session was, who's your ideal customer profile? You made some progress on that, but every call you make, you can get clearer on that, right? And you did the reps. Tell us some more. This is like fascinating. It's inspiring.
So the, I guess, next major step around having this sort of pipeline that was more out into the future gave me more time to really think about how the business model can work for people, where I'm in the AI and software development space. And I guess one of the major stigmas around it is, how much is it going to cost, and is it going to be exactly what we want at the end of the day? Like, if you're getting something built, a lot of people are going to be, like software development firms, charging a lot of money for a big custom build. Now, I wanted to be able to actually stand by my work. And so the guarantee of, hey, look, I will let you trial a full prototype or any of this, absolutely no obligation. You can walk away for free. And if you're not happy at any stage with the value that we're delivering, and I'll have, like, let's set some KPIs and stuff for this, but you should be getting at least double your money back in regards to the value of what we're providing with AI. Like that should just be a baseline. And I'm more than happy to stand by that, because it's the product that I built and believe in. And so being able to actually say, okay, even though I'm taking on the risk here, I'm betting on myself, and also flipping it around from, rather than, okay, here's a block of revenue for building something, let's have it as a relationship where it's like, let's take that risk away up front. Let's build something that you want and also get in the door, and then start looking at your business as a whole. Like from a consultancy point of view, I can build and evolve the business over time. I've already invested into learning your business. So the knowledge of, hey, look, AI tech, it's a fast moving space. Why would I invest into your business and know all of this without constantly contributing to actually bring those learnings to you? And so having more of a subscription model versus like just a fixed contract building means that the return over time is great for me, but it's also great for the customer, because it means that rather than just sticking in this one point of time with what they're doing, we're continuously on a month by month basis having these calls to say, how's it working? What could we do better from what's out there? These are some examples of other people using stuff that could be good for your business. How do we add that to the roadmap for the next 3-6 months or longer horizon? And just keep looking out further and further. And so that really transformed it from the fixed cost of, like, I just got to do as many contracts as I can to get the get income that way, versus let's build these relationships where over that long horizon, I'm going to be earning far more per client and also investing into the client and managing the relationship. So that there would just flip everything on its head, where I didn't need to necessarily get this upfront security from my point of view, because there was the belief in the product that as long as I built the relationship and had long-term customers, everyone that I got on, and that's where the ability to say no really came in, right? Where it was looking at, hey, is this someone that I can work with long term, that I can really see the value in growing this
Yeah.
with, and I can deliver
Yeah.
the value to them and they can
Yeah.
deliver the value back.
Yeah.
And yeah, I guess the combination of these sort of things really started to stack up. And then
Yeah.
once I realized that that's kind of the model, is really building, fostering that relationship from that point of view, I handed off a lot more of the product side,
Yeah.
and got a couple more employees in, which was what I first said to you. I was like, I think I really need to do this, but I'm kind of stuck as to how to do it.
Yeah.
And offloading a couple of those main concerns of mine for, time, and
Yeah.
yeah, the product focus, so that I can
Yeah.
focus mainly on being that relationship, on actually yeah, building out the clientele, and kind of understanding the scope of like what these roadmaps and
Yeah.
everything need to look like, and
Yeah.
helping to shape that and deliver it to the guys that are helping me with the product now. So
Yeah.
our
Yeah.
guys and girls. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
we've got a
Phenomenal.
team of
25,
four that, yeah, four that
four
have
more
joined me.
on
So
top of you.
five.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
and yeah, there's definitely room for some more growth there with how everything's coming
Insane.
along. And off the back of that, the pipeline is
It's crammed.
it's filling itself, because the relationship side,
Yeah.
most of it's just
Yeah.
referrals now. Like, I'm not
Yeah.
having to go out and
It's
do a
insane.
hell of a lot of
It's
calling.
insane. It's
Um,
absolutely insane. But it all started with a mindset shift, and it all started with that understanding. I can't stress this enough to people who are watching, is that Cam, you accepted that you didn't know what you didn't know. You got your ego right out of the way, which is the problem, honestly, with most business owners I see. They have their ego in the way, and it blinds them to what they most need, what they need most. Same with me. Like, that's why I have a coach. That's why I've just invested another $12,000 in a 4 month program for myself. And it's the best investment I'll ever make, because that'll earn me, who knows, another 10 grand a month for the rest of my life. I mean, no brainer, right? And so, like, even bad coaching programs, if they help you get one step further ahead, it's still something, right?
yeah,
You've joined a program that's phenomenal, right? And you can see the results in here. There's just success stories coming in every day. But you got your ego out of the way. You accepted you didn't know what you didn't know. You got out of your comfort zone. You took action straight away. You were stuck. You could have said to me, I've got no time to do this program, right? That would have been the perfect excuse. It's like saying, and I say to people, it's like saying, when I get in shape, I'll go to the gym, or when I get better, I'll go to the hospital. Like crazy. But that's how most business
yeah,
owners think. You accept, and you just went in and you just you did one session with us. You joined the program, you paid for the VIP, you went straight up, you went all in, boots and all. For your size business, I won't share the figures if you don't want me to, but for your size business at the time, jumping into VIP was a big move, right? And you did it, you paid for annual, probably you could have said, I don't have enough money, I'm just getting by, but you
yeah,
just, you invested in yourself. And
yeah,
like, look at the dividends. Like you posted, I'm just looking at this poster in front of me right now. You posted 25 days ago, one of your latest success story. Tripled my revenue since March. Filled my sales pipeline for the next 12 months. Clients' word of mouth has flipped me from outbound to inbound. Went from a one-man band to 5-person army to scale the demand. Freed up and reclaim my time. Home by 4 p.m. to play with my daughter. Love this.
yeah,
Added 5 kgs of mass to my frame from a daily fitness routine.
yeah,
6 weeks of home time planned for the arrival of my newborn. Got my weekends back, and it's strictly friends and family time. Finally found time to pick up a new hobby and learning bass guitar. I mean, it's insane. Like, it's absolutely insane. And we see success stories every day. Yours is just one of my favorites, because you were so detailed about what success looks like to you. More family time, less hours, getting time freedom. Everyone
yeah,
wants time freedom. I was talking to a business owner yesterday, and he's like, oh, and I said, how many hours are you doing? Oh, 50, 60. I said, do you want more time with your family or not? I said, oh, he's got 3 little kids. And I said, surely. Oh, no, I mean, they see a bit of me on the weekends. They, what if we could go to 20 hours a week? And he said, is that possible? And I said, yeah, absolutely. We could do this in 12 months.
yeah,
Oh, like, I can't see how that's possible. I said, yes, I know you can't see how it's possible. That's why you join our program, like, come and join us. Come and
yeah.
join us. And I think he's going to join. He's like, his mind is blown. But, we can't stand here today and tell everyone exactly how you did it. But you just trust the process. What else? Sorry, I'm talking too much, but I just get so excited by your results. Is there
Oh
more
no,
you want to
sir.
say?
Yeah, one of the things that just came across my head then is that I was thinking back to those first calls and everything, and for everyone out there, the anxiety and skepticism and everything around this is natural.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
there was a lot of thoughts of
yeah.
like, fuck, should I do this?
What if this
Or,
doesn't work?
Yeah,
There goes
exactly. And,
there goes
you know,
12 grand or whatever down the drain.
yeah, and does it, can I do this? Is all the stuff like that you're gonna get told, it just makes sense, and that's why you're second guessing it. Is like in a second way, you're like, it's so simple.
Yeah,
How can it be just that simple? But
but no
it's
one
the
does it.
mindset
No one does
flip.
it.
Yeah,
No one does it.
exactly. And it's like it's a lot of the fundamentals, and that's why it's so important to have someone remind you of it, because
Yeah,
it's so easy to kind of read it or see it or whatever, but to
yeah,
be in it, talking to real people in a community and seeing the results, as you said, that way, it's
yeah.
like it just makes it very clear that it's like, yes, it can be this simple, and you don't
Yes,
have to overcomplicate it.
yes.
And
No,
that overcomplication
no.
is where the overwhelm and everything comes in. Like
Yes,
before, I was just like
yes,
mapping everything out. Oh, this is so hard,
yes.
and then you just kind of cut through it, and I was like, far out.
Damn.
I'm just way over engineering this whole thing.
Overthinking it.
Yeah, yeah.
Every business owner does this. Like I would say there's, in my estimation, we meet hundreds and hundreds of businesses a year, big ones, small ones. We've got 3 businesses at the moment that do over 100 million in sales, right? The massive businesses, then right down. But I would say there's 1% of business owners that get this. Everyone else overcomplicates. They stack up too much stuff when, yeah, you can strip away and make it as simple as possible. And you just, again, you just like, you listen, you took it and you took action and look at the results. And here's some of the tips I've just been taking for people. Like everyone that's on this, watching this today, can take these things and make progress. You created a crazy guarantee, which is one of the things we teach as well. You've just done all the things, all the key things that are in the program. And this is why you need a program. And I say to business owners who are skeptical or on the fence, like, oh, what if it doesn't work? I say, well, what if it does? What if it does work? And that's the approach you took. It's like, what if it does? And I say to every business owner, you could be one decision away from changing your life forever. And you took that decision. It was bold. You put a lot of money in. You took a risk. But look at the dividends.
Oh yeah,
Like, I'm sure you'll never regret this.
100% is like looking back, it's like, oh, that just the return on my like health and everything, like
Everything.
money aside, it's like
Everything.
the yeah,
Everything.
the weight that's kind of
Everything.
been lifted off me is priceless at the end of the day. Like
Exactly.
I was genuinely
Exactly.
in a pretty dark spot just because I
Yeah.
was not taking care of my health and like really,
Yeah.
beating myself down at
Yes.
not
Yes.
hitting the success or whatever. And it was
Yes.
this cycle, like I
Yes.
really couldn't see a way out of it. And so that
Yes.
just getting my head out of the hole after
Yeah.
you're like, oh, you're kind of stuck down there. Do you want to have a look out this way? And
Yeah.
oh
Have a look
wow,
out here and see
and
what
just
life's like out here. Yeah.
breath of fresh air really was. And
Brilliant.
yeah,
I love it.
that's something I can't put value on for sure.
I love it. And you could have made every excuse under the sun because this is what we get all the time. Like a business owner says, I'm doing 16 hours a day, like you. I can't possibly do any more. I say,
Yeah.
well, yeah, get in here and that's why you need the program so we can get you free
Mm.
from that ASAP.
Yeah.
ASAP. So you got time freedom, you got health, which you can't even put a price on your health. Family time, how can you put a price on that? These are priceless. Priceless. Like you couldn't even like you couldn't pay $1 million to get more family time. It wouldn't,
Yeah.
$1 billion. You can't get any of it back. So I just love it. And one of our huge things is like regret minimization. We're really in the business of regret minimization, helping business owners have less regrets as they get older.
Mm.
And that's what you are definitely doing that. There's something else I wanted to say. The sad thing, that's what I was going to say. The tragic thing is there's going to be so many business owners watching this, and there'll be like only a 20% that take action. What would you say to all those other people who are like sitting on the fence, skeptical, either being burnt by a bad program or just like, this is just, this is woo-woo, this is rubbish, this is fairy dust. What would you say to those people to spur them into action? What would be your strong message to them?
Well, yeah, if you're a business owner and you're getting involved, then you've made a bet on yourself. You may
Yeah.
as well remember the fact that going into business is the biggest bet that you can make on yourself at the end of the day.
Mm.
Don't forget about that confidence that you had going into it,
Yeah.
but believe in not just the business, but believe in yourself to make the change. I think that's the biggest
Yeah.
one, right? Is
Yeah.
yeah, like you've made this bet. Go all in on yourself and
Yes.
really make the change that you need to do. And radical change is just around the corner.
Yeah. Just around the
Breaking a
corner.
pattern is the biggest thing as well. Like,
Yes.
if you can even just a new set of like new shirt, new something or whatever
Yeah.
to just be like feel
New identity.
different look.
New
Like for me,
identity. Yeah.
haircut, beard shave,
Yeah,
all
it's
that sort of
brilliant.
stuff. Just it
You look
helps
totally
where you
different.
like, yep,
Honestly,
and
I don't think you'll mind me saying this. When we met on that first meeting, you looked haggard, you look worn out, you look knackered. Like honestly, I'm
yeah,
sure I hope you don't mind me saying that, but you look pretty
yeah,
far gone
yeah,
and desperate. And like look at you now, you're like full of confidence, you're smiling, you look so much
yeah.
healthier, you
The
look like
smile
you've got
speaks.
great condition. It's crazy, man. It's
Yeah,
like chalk and cheese. I wish I probably could. I could get a screenshot of that first meeting to show. I won't do it to you, but I could do that. I should send you that to show you what you look like.
you're fine to do it. It'd be a great before and after. Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, that's so powerful. Is there anything else you want to say, or does that cover it? Because that was so powerful, and I hope that inspires a lot of people.
Um. Yeah. I mean, that's it from me for now.
Yeah,
But
that's brilliant.
I'm on a journey, so that's the other
Brilliant.
side of it is
Brilliant.
it just keep pushing, and there isn't a
Yeah,
destination. It's all on the journey, and yeah,
yeah.
taking each day and
I
trying to
love it.
just keep going. So yeah,
Keep going. And it all starts up here, right? That mindset
yeah,
shift, get rid of those limiting beliefs. You don't know what you don't know. Just get on it, follow the program, trust the process, and stop listening to too many voices. That's the other thing that stuffs people up. They listen to too much advice from too many different angles, and they just end up paralyzed and don't know what to do next. So just listen to
mm,
one guide, one path, follow the program step by step by step by step, trust the process, it'll get you free. You got free in 3 months. I mean,
mm,
it's
yeah,
insane. And you got a long way to go yet. Like it's crazy.
yeah,
Anyway, thanks, Cam. That was amazing. Thank you so
yeah.
much.
No problem.
Brilliant.
Yeah, get out of your own way. That's
Yes,
my
I
last bit.
love that.
Get out
I
of your
love
own way.
that.
Yeah.
Good.
Cheers.
Awesome.